My name is Joel Triska. My wife and I, Rachel, are lead pastors, executive directors of a church in Dallas, Texas. We actually have a cultural center as our building. We're called Life in Deep Ellum. And our session is about how the church needs to become the hub of community. And historically speaking, this has been the case for the church. Towns, villages, even cities were built around a church because that was the place where resources were. That's where people went to celebrate their life transitions, life events. People were even buried in the graveyards of these churches. And so it was seen as a central place, a hub, an anchor for those communities. And we don't feel like that's the case anymore today. Often churches are isolated from culture and communities and neighborhoods. They often see churches as intrusions, not as resources. And so the way that we like to say it is that we want to be a church not just in a community, but for a community. And so our story is one of building relationships, of thinking strategically about how we communicate our space, as well as building strategic relationships by taking calculated risks that allow us to connect with our culture and our context. So we believe that every church needs to start thinking this way and considering how they can connect to their community so that we stop vying for the same pool of Christians, but instead start ministering where we're planted, and not only bringing spiritual growth, but economic, social, and artistic. And we believe that all those things will help us become and recapture that specific place in society as the hub and the anchor of community.